They say the mountains remember every clash of steel, every whispered vow of vengeance. On the jagged cliffs above the Bloodfall Gorge, Meng Hao's figure stands scarred, eyes burning with a determination only forged through countless betrayals. The air still trembles from the recent onslaught, and the remnants of the sorcerous energy hang like smoke over the ruined battlefield. As whispers of immortal schemes coil through the valley, a shadow stirs in the distance, one whose arrival promises to reshape the fates of those who dared challenge destiny. Prepare to witness the unfolding of Recap. Renegade Immortal. Chapter 912, Chapter 913, where every step forward is paid in blood and every secret carries the weight of calamity. Listen closely, for the winds of fate are restless today, and a shadowed legend moves across the stars. In the western reaches of the All-Heaven Alliance, a storm was stirring. An immense figure, a mountain of a man, thundered through the void with steps that shook the very heavens. His name was Lei Ji, and on his back rode a young man whose name would soon echo across the realms, Wang Lin. Beside him, the ever-loyal big-headed boy clung tightly, their destinies intertwined. Not far ahead, glimmers of sharp sword energy cut through the air. A band of All-Heaven cultivators had caught sight of Lei Ji. Their leader, an earth celestial named Shu Mu, felt the stirrings of caution coil around his heart. His companions flared their spells, readying for combat against what seemed an unstoppable force. Yet Shu Mu's eyes widened when they fell upon the figure on Lei Ji's back. Recognition flared. This was Wang Lin, the man who had performed deeds of legend, whose bravery had been etched into All-Heaven lore. A deep respect overcame Shu Mu, and he stepped back, bowing his head. "Greetings, Thunder Celestial," he said, his voice carrying reverence. Wang Lin offered only a slight nod, words unnecessary. With a rush of wind and speed unmatched, Lei Ji propelled them past the cultivators. Only when the two had vanished into the distance did Shu Mu's gaze linger, tinged with awe and envy. A mount like that, only one worthy of the Thunder Celestial could command such a beast. Around him, whispers of admiration rippled among the other cultivators. Some watched with respect, others with barely concealed curiosity, eager for spectacle. As their journey pressed onward, the duo encountered even more All-Heaven disciples. The lands were saturated with the Alliance's presence, yet wherever Wang Lin appeared, respect followed. Lei Ji's towering form commanded awe, while Shu Mu's name had begun to circulate like wildfire. Rumors tangled themselves with truth, whispers that Shu Mu had become timid, or worse, a traitor to All-Heaven. Shu Ting, ever scheming, nurtured these tales. The older generation said nothing, and Wang Lin's disappearance lent fuel to the fire. Soon, murmurs of spy for the Alliance carried on the wind. Believed by many, Lei Ji's colossal presence drew eyes from every corner. Some regarded Wang Lin with the solemnity due a celestial, others with mischievous anticipation, as if waiting to witness fate's next drama. A full day passed before Lei Ji finally halted, hovering outside an abandoned planet. The world below was drained of spiritual energy, mostly ignored by the All-Heaven cultivators who left only a token guard. Wang Lin studied the barren land, remote, isolated, yet perfect for cultivation, without interference. He dismounted with quiet purpose, followed immediately by the big-headed boy and Ta Shan. Lei Ji shrank back into a 30-foot form and trailed behind, his own bloodline stirring within him, sensing profound change. The planet itself was wild, untamed. From its depths rose the roars of beasts, instinct-driven predators that dominated through raw ferocity. Colossal serpents slithered across the land, while winged tigers circled above, hunting in silence. As Wang Lin approached, the stationed cultivators stirred, hesitating before converging on him with elegant arcs of sword energy. Wang Lin's chosen refuge was a mountain unlike any other, a jagged spire piercing the sky, as though daring the heavens themselves to fall. Without a word, Ta Shan struck the mountain, hollowing a cave with a single powerful blow. Nearby, the cultivators halted 1,000 feet away, bowing with respect. "Greetings, Thunder Celestial," they intoned. Wang Lin's calm nod and measured voice rang through the air. "I must cultivate a celestial spell here. Do not disturb me." Understanding, they withdrew. Alone, Wang Lin's hands moved in ritualistic precision. Annihilation restrictions unfurled, weaving across the mountain, tracing invisible patterns of power. The land itself trembled under his control. Ta Shan and the big-headed boy stationed themselves at a distance, vigilant. Lei Ji found his own meditative place. Pondering the mysterious evolution of his bloodline, the mountain fell silent. Even the fierce beasts retreated, sensing the danger encoded into the terrain. In this quiet, Wang Lin's mind opened, drawing forth the twin Celestial Emperor spells that now hovered in his consciousness. Summon the Rain, magic arsenal. Summon the Rain, once an accidental byproduct of Call the Wind, now understood as its counterpart, capable of condensing origin energy into droplets infused with law itself. Wang Lin opened his arms, communing with the heavens. Dark clouds roiled above, thick with potential, gathering to heed his will. The scene shimmered with awe-inspiring spectacle. But the tranquility was fragile. From the void, two figures appeared, piercing the barrier of cloud and mist. Before the rain could fall upon them, it twisted into vapor, refusing to touch their forms. A roar cut through the charged air. "Shumu, do you recognize your crime?" The voice belonged to an elder Wang Lin knew well, the keeper of punishments within all heaven. Beside him, Master Flamespark emanated a cold, oppressive aura, his gaze burning like smoldering coals. The clouds above twisted into flame-like shapes, and the mountain seemed to quiver under his silent command. Wang Lin's expression remained calm. "What crime?" he asked, his voice steady, undaunted. The elder's eyes glinted with reproach. "Where were you during the war with the Alliance? You are the Thunder Celestial of the All-Heaven star system, yet you vanished before battle. How can this not be a crime?" Master Flamespark's presence intensified, his silent judgment pressing upon every corner of the land. Divine sense had scoured the territories, yet Wang Lin's path remained elusive. Even the farthest reaches had been approached with caution. Wang Lin, unfazed, replied with quiet authority, "I went to kill the Alliance Slaughter Domain's killer Yufei." A stunned pause followed. The elder faltered, while Master Flamespark's eyes blazed with a new intensity, reflecting the weight of a truth few dared confront. The stage was set, the heavens themselves holding their breath as destiny continued its relentless march. The wind howled across the stars, carrying with it the distant echoes of power and vengeance. A tense silence hung over the celestial courtyard, broken only by the old man's harsh voice. "What? Killer Shu Fei? Shumu, do you think I'm a child to be deceived? Stop inventing names, and certainly do not claim dominion over the slaughter domain." His words struck like flint against steel, yet they failed to pierce the calm that cloaked Wang Lin. Wang Lin's eyes, steady and unyielding, never wavered toward the old man. Instead, they fixed upon Master Flamespark, who hovered like a tempest of restrained power. The aura of authority radiating from the veteran cultivator softened slightly, and he spoke with measured caution. "The Cultivation Alliance does possess a slaughter domain. The Soul Killer duo. Yes, they are real. But tell me, Shumu, can you truly prove that you struck one down?" The old man beside him fell silent at once, his earlier bravado snuffed out by the weight of Flamespark's gaze. Wang Lin's expression remained unreadable. With a flick of his wrist, he summoned the half-branch of the World Thunder Tree from his bag of holding. Lightning danced along its fractured wood, raw and furious, as he hurled it toward Master Flamespark. The heavens seemed to tremble with the crash of thunder. Master Flamespark caught the branch effortlessly. His eyes narrowed as he examined it. Sensing the intertwined forces within, one bore Wang Lin's unmistakable aura, the other pulsed with an ancient, malignant power. Recognition flickered across his face. This is the sword energy of a vice deputy of the Slaughter Domain. Remarkable. Admiration tinged his tone as he studied the branch, feeling the echoes of a deadly legacy. He returned it to Wang Lin with a nod and a rare, approving smile. "Shumu, you may cultivate here without fear. In a month, reinforcements will arrive, and you will march with the army to the northern territories." Wang Lin inclined his head, a gesture of respect and acknowledgement. Flamespark's laughter resonated through the void, a sound that carried both authority and amusement. The old man beside him scrambled to follow, and together they vanished into the distance, leaving only the whisper of power in their wake. Alone, Wang Lin allowed a subtle relaxation to sweep over him. His journey into the western reaches of the All-Heaven sphere had been fraught with danger, yet every move had been part of a carefully woven plan. Even the audacious seizure of the Thunder Tree branch had served its purpose: to earn trust, to manipulate perception. Among the stars, Master Flamespark's expression darkened, concealing his thoughts behind a mask of impassivity. The old man's curiosity broke through. Temple Lord, from what I can see, this Shumu is deceitful. That boy, the one with the large head, he is a heaven celestial, yet he seems bound by Shumu's influence. I believe. Flamespark's icy gaze cut him off. The words died on the old man's tongue as he trembled, swallowing his suspicion. Flamespark drifted through the stars, his mind troubled. Shumu is no ordinary cultivator. 4 powers converge between his brows. Even my perception grasps only the weakest. But that mark. Recognition flared within him. The vermilion bird mark, a sign that only the truly awakened could discern, an emblem of hidden potential and untold history. His voice softened, tinged with reluctant respect. Once, he was different, but now, these anomalies, these changes, something has awakened within him. Word of Shumu's return rippled swiftly through the All-Heaven star system. His renown made him a subject of instant attention. None more vexed than Shu Ting, who, upon learning of this, clenched his fists and charged with his squad, seeking a planet where his wrath could find release. Meanwhile, on an abandoned world shrouded in relentless rain, Wang Lin stood atop a solitary mountain. The downpour drummed a steady rhythm upon leaves and earth, forming a mist so thick that even the sky's light seemed unable to penetrate. The torrents had carved trenches in the soil, sweeping away dust and debris, leaving only clarity and the cold, sharp tang of water. Fierce beasts scurried to shelter from the storm, while a few water-adapted creatures moved unimpeded, navigating the soggy terrain with primal ease. Amidst it all, Wang Lin remained unmoved, his gaze distant, contemplative. The rain did not pause at his presence. It washed over him unrelenting, a mirror of the hardships he had endured. Memories of his past flickered through his mind, a childhood spent under the shadow of ridicule, a night of expulsion into the mud, a smile forced upon a face twisted by sorrow. Each flash of lightning and rumble of thunder reminded him of survival, of the resilience forged in suffering. The big-headed boy, standing nearby, touched his chest, feeling warmth stir as he watched Wang Lin. The memories of near despair and the hands that had pulled him from death's brink returned vividly. Lei Ji, too, recalled exile, vengeance, and the desperate escape from planet Giant Demon, carrying the weight of his clan's bloodline and the horrors of war upon Suzaku. Encounters with figures like Ye Wuyo and the haughty Sichunan only sharpened his cunning, molding him into a strategist willing to serve, if only to reclaim lost power and avenge his people. Rain soaked Wang Lin, cold and cleansing, as his divine sense expanded outward. It scattered into the storm, merging with each droplet, yet dissipating as the water returned to earth. The interplay of life, rain, and energy became a meditation, a dance of comprehension that transcended mere cultivation. With each cycle, his enlightenment deepened. Then, a sudden clarity struck him, as if the world itself whispered its secret. Rain is born from the sky and dies upon the earth. This is life. This is death. Wang Lin's body quivered with revelation. His eyes snapped open, fierce and radiant, as he whispered to the storm, "I have understood the cycle of life and death. Only the source of the rain remains to be grasped." And so, atop the mountain under endless torrents, the young cultivator's journey of mastery and destiny pressed onward. The storm both companion and teacher, guiding him toward powers yet unseen and fates yet unwritten.